Welcome to the SAS Language Laboratories on the Rutgers, New Brunswick campus. This orientation is designed to give you an overview of the language labs, describe the various lab facilities and support services, and show you how to use the lab technology. The SAS Language Lab system has facilities on 2 campuses in New Brunswick. We support foreign language education by working with the language departments to enhance your learning experience through the use of state-of-the-art technology. In general, you will use the lab on your own to complete assignments. However, you also might make lab visits with your teacher during class time to work on multimedia projects or to take listening and speaking exams. The College Avenue Campus Language Lab is our largest facility. It's located on Seminary Place and is close to Murray, Van Dyke, and Scott Halls. The Douglas Campus Language Lab is located in the Ruth Adams Building, which is on Bishop Street next to the Heldrich and Biological Sciences buildings. You may use either of these labs throughout the semester at your convenience. The lab hours of operation include days, evenings, and weekends to accommodate busy schedules. Every semester, the hours are posted at each facility and on our website. The language labs consist of multiple high-tech facilities and offer support services to help you in your language studies. The main office for the Language Lab staff is room 101 in the College Avenue Campus Language Lab building. In addition, mailboxes for many French and Spanish instructors teaching on the College Avenue campus are located in the outer foyer of room 101. Members of our staff are happy to assist you with any questions you might have about our labs and related services. Now let's take a quick lab tour. The College Avenue Campus Language Lab is located in room 119 in the CAC Language Lab building. This facility is our largest lab and is quite active with numerous classes and individual student usage. Our multimedia classroom is located in room 104 in the CAC Language Lab building. Many courses, workshops, and other activities, including those using distance education and webinar technology, are scheduled in this room throughout the semester. Room 110 is the office for French and Spanish department teaching assistants and instructors. They hold their office hours in this room, which also is occasionally scheduled for use by language classes. The Douglas Campus Language Lab is located in room 101 in the Ruth Adams building. While it is the smaller of our 2 lab facilities, you are still able to access all of the same technology and materials that are available at the CAC lab. Our lab assistants are usually graduate students who are available to answer general lab-related questions, perform administrative duties, and offer language-specific help as you complete your lab work. While you are not required to go to the lab when a lab assistant in your language is on duty, it can be helpful to you if you do so. Lab assistants also supervise printing, and so will swipe your ID card, then release your print job and retrieve your printed document for you. To find out when a lab assistant in the language you are studying is on duty, check the hours posted either at the lab or on our website. Our lab computers provide access to digitized audio and video materials that accompany textbooks and other exercises. In addition, Microsoft Word is installed with multiple language spelling and grammar checks, as well as international keyboards. Other available applications include The Sims 2 in 6 languages, Photo Story 3, and Movie Maker. You might be assigned to use any of these applications to create a project for your course, so if you need help with them, please consult with the lab assistant on duty. The language labs also offer support services that include technology workshops and language testing. Check our website for workshop and testing dates and times, as well as registration information. Your language course syllabus should have information about the lab assignments you have to complete as part of your requirements. Consult with your instructor if you have any questions about these assignments. When you visit the lab on your own to work on an assignment, go directly to the lab assistant desk to sign in using one of the computerized attendance system kiosks. Swipe your RUID card or enter your RUID number manually. A list of your current language courses should appear on the screen. If you are using the lab to do work for one of these courses, touch the Yes button on the screen. On the next screen, touch the desired course button. You should then get a message screen indicating that your sign-in is complete. If you are doing work for more than one course during your session, you must sign in and out separately for each course. To view a record of your lab visits, go to the site and log in with your NetID and password. Once your sign-in is complete, give the lab assistant your RUID card, which will be filed at the desk for the duration of your lab session. After signing in, proceed to any available carrel. Note reserved rows and leave these machines free for incoming classes. To begin your session, log on to the computer with your NetID and password. Once the desktop appears, choose the application required for your assignment from either the Start menu or the desktop. Use the Soloist application to access digitized audio and video lessons or to make a new digital recording. To open Soloist, double-click on the Soloist icon on the desktop. Enter your name in the login field and click OK. In the Soloist window, click on the Open Folder icon to access a digital audio or video file. Soloist defaults to the Lessons or Audio Files directory. You also may choose the Student Work directory to retrieve a file you recorded previously, or choose the Video Files directory to access the digital videos. Once you have the desired directory, select your language folder, then your course level folder, and finally the file you need. Open the file and allow it to convert to WAV format so that you may record on it. You are now ready to work on your assignment. Put on your headset with the microphone on your left side. When doing an audio lesson, click on the play button to just listen. Or click on the button with the red circle to record your voice when cued. Then you may go back to listen to yourself speak and compare your voice to the master track to improve your pronunciation. When finished with the lesson, you may close the file without saving it, or you may save the recording. To save it, first select your semester folder, then your language folder, and finally your course folder. Once your file is saved in your course folder, be sure to close Soloist. If you need more help using Soloist, consult with the lab assistant or view the Soloist tutorial, accessible through an icon on your computer desktop. While working in the lab, be sure to save your assignment often, whether it be via email, flash drive, or other means, but not to the desktop or hard drive. These are not secure means of saving, since the lab computers are programmed to erase student files saved to the desktop and hard drive. When you have finished your session, be sure to sign out so that you'll get credit for your lab visit. It is very important that you sign in and out each visit, or the system will not be able to calculate the time you have spent doing your work. Go to the front desk, retrieve your RUID from the lab assistant, and sign out using one of the attendance kiosks. Swipe your RUID card, then select the resources you just used. You may select as many resources as necessary. Once selected, touch the Submit button at the bottom right of the screen. On the next screen, select the number of your lesson, or the Other button if no number is associated with your lesson. You may select as many numbers as necessary. Once selected, touch the Submit button at the bottom right of the screen. You should then receive a message screen indicating that your sign-out is complete. When you visit the lab with your instructor as part of your language course, either the lab assistant or your instructor will notify you whether or not you should sign in and out using the attendance kiosks. Make sure you sit in one of the rows reserved for your class and log onto your computer with your NetID and password. Then wait for your instructor to tell you which application to open. If using Soloist, log into the application as previously described. Then, in the Soloist window, click once on the Attend button to connect to the console so that your instructor can communicate with you via your headset. While visiting the lab on your own or with your class, please keep in mind these policies. Eating, drinking, smoking, and chewing gum are not permitted in the labs. Put cell phones on silent and take any calls outside of the labs. Keep noise and conversation to a minimum to avoid disrupting other students. Thank you for your attention during this orientation. We encourage you to utilize everything the labs offer as often as possible in order to have an enriching and productive language learning experience.